You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio, where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Back to live action. Shout out to DJ JOJ for that mini mix, man. Appreciate you, King, man. It is
I was
God's
about to
birthday.
go in, man. I was about to take over.
Oh, nah. Well, we're going to open it up for you later on after we do this great interview with our interview on the line right now via Brooklyn. KRASHONE. Crash, you hear us, bro?
What's good, brother? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. For real, first and foremost, man, thank you for taking the opportunity to kick us today, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Yes,
I appreciate y'all for inviting me to the platform and everything.
No question.
Whose birthday is it?
Oh, my birthday. Word to mother, man.
Happy born day, Lord.
Tomorrow,
many more, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. October 5th, 76, baby. Word.
Okay. Damn, 76, man. Yo, yeah. You know, that's when we had moved from Amboy, and then we moved to the Langston Hughes houses and shit like that in Brownsville. So yeah, man.
Oh, all right. So
76, yeah, man. You know, I was already, pitter patting. I was already drawing, man.
Oh, so, hold on. You know what, Crash? So let's do this the right way. First and foremost, man, to our listeners out there who don't know who KRASHONE is, man, please explain yourself, who you are and where you're from.
Yes.
Okay. Name is KRASHONE from Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
Graffiti writer, artist. I'm an all-around hip-hopper. You know what I'm saying? That's how, I really describe my style, really with the culture of hip hop, not what the industry made it to be, or what everybody had these talking points and want to, rape it and use it and make all this money and send their kids to these Ivy League schools while that we still being paupers. I'm talking about I'm a park jam kid.
Yes, sir.
That's what these cats don't understand, man, about the parks, man. I seen the DJs, yo, shorty, back up from the ropes. I'm one of them shorties. Back up from the rope, shorty. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I take pride in carrying records. I carried records.
No doubt.
Right? That was part of the tutelage of when you growing up in this thing called hip hop. So me, I just consider myself like not a hip hop historian, but I started in I tell you brothers too, start cataloging everything, man, so that you can tell your story, because you rely on these others. Yeah. They're going to have your story all janky. They're going to interject themselves. They wasn't there. There's a lot of books that's been written about hip hop. There's a lot of, people that wasn't from our culture. They were outside lookers or vultures or whatever you want to call them, but they were not there. So when I read or I see these documentaries, I go, this is not true. But if you can't, if you don't have your own platform to dispute that and then also come with facts, not no receipts and all some of the little silly stuff everybody say now. I don't deal with what other people do. I do what I've been doing as a hip hopper. I don't say gats, I say biscuits and burners. I'm from that era. I'm from that New York.
He don't say gats, he say biscuits and burners.
Bird the mother, man. I'm saying I don't come from that. I'm a New Yorker. Yes, I remember when we had clubs. We didn't go to strip clubs. We wasn't going to the Deuce to go see our favorite rapper. We was going to the club. Bag a couple of shorties. You there with your homies or whatever, or you might, son, I'm breezing with shorty. I'm out. Yes. Or you might do 3-4 clubs a night. It was times I used to leave the club and go to work. I had to change the clothes at work. I had my little kit, my toothbrush and washcloth, some soap, everything. I go in the bathroom, do a little bird bath, and I'm still lit from the night. From less than 24 hours ago.
No question.
I say all that to say that's how I would describe myself. I'm a New Yorker, man. I walk hip hop, I talk hip hop, I breathe hip hop. Anybody that knows me son has always been hip, hop, you don't stop, won't stop, the body rock, all day, every day, man. But I reiterate, catalog everything that y'all brothers are doing. So when it comes time for y'all to write that book, for y'all to make that documentary, you got all the footage.
No question.
You got all the notes.
No question.
No
question. So let's take it back a bit, man. How did you come up? How did you get your name, KRASHONE?
I had the name since I was 1982. 82 was a great year, man.
So
You know, that's, you know, G.I. Joe and He-Man and
for sure. You
know what I'm saying?
All of them. Let's go.
You know, I was 10 years old. The first graph name that I gotta go back. My uncle, who I'm named after, Kevin. He's Kevin Hannibal. I'm Kevin Timothy.
Okay.
He's my mama baby brother.
Okay.
He used to write. You know what I'm saying? His name was Kev One, but around the way that they called him Baby Pop. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's when we was on Amboy Street.
Okay.
So I was heavily influenced by my household because I come from a very creative household. My grandmother, who raised me, she was a creative. She painted and drew. You know what I'm saying? She was a cook. She was a seamstress. Like, she used to make her own curtains and drapes. And I mean, like them, like velvet drapes with the big gold rope and all that other type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? The plastic slip covers on the furniture and everything like that, you know? So then my Aunt Kim, we gonna get into that, you know.
Definitely.
That my Aunt Kim, she was a creative, you know what I'm saying? She was fly. So like the whole graph thing, I lived on Sutter Avenue between Stone Avenue, which is Mother Gaston.
Yes, sir.
In Rockaway. So I'm between the L train and I'm between the 2 and the 3 over on Rockaway. So I could go up on my roof, 22 flights. Take my uncle, little, I don't know what to call them, but they was binoculars that you would get out the back of a comic book.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I could see up the block up. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in the day, the comics used to have like the fake little pepper gum, you know, and the little thing you look through that give you a black eye.
Yes, sir.
So you can order like little trinkets or whatever.
Jokes on you.
Word up. Word up.
So now I would go up on the roof, and this is before crack. You know what I'm saying? This is before they shut the roofs down where, you know, you didn't have access to the roofs. And I could look down Sutter Avenue where the L train is at and see all the trains coming and going.
Yeah.
You know, we see all the graph, and then I could look up Rockaway at the 2 and the 3 and see the same thing.
Yes.
Growing up in the neighborhood, I was inspired, but the whole name Crash also comes from the neighborhood that I was inspired from, because I'm living in Brownsville, and Brownsville always been Brownsville.
Yes, indeed.
I come from Brownsville when other section of Brooklyn was scared to come to Brownsville. All these other sections of Brooklyn wasn't screaming Brooklyn.
So
right?
now I'm glad that you said it. I'm glad you touched on that. What was it like for you as a kid growing up in Brownsville?
I can't say everything was bad, you know what I'm saying, because we had fun. You know what I'm saying, we played Scalzi, you know what I'm saying, we played Manhunt. You know what I'm saying? You know, that we played in the Johnny Pump. You know what I'm saying? Everybody all scared now because of the Rona. I'm like, yo, I still drink Project water when I go back out there. I go to the bathroom, turn on the spigot. That's the coldest, best water on earth is New York City Project water, man. Stop playing with me, Lord. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be, like, yo, we drink out of the Johnny Pump.
Yeah, shout out to for those kids that's listening out there that don't know what Johnny Pump means.
Okay.
He means the fire
hydrant. Right. I'm sorry.
He said the Johnny Pump.
Word. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that you had all the things that you got going on now.
Yeah.
But just now that things that were a microcosm has now become popular culture. And me personally, having walked that side of the street, I don't like that street life is now popular culture.
Yeah, yes.
I don't rock with that. You know what I'm saying? Because we've had all the same, you know, we had the weirdo chicks and the sucker dudes. You know what I'm saying? We had them back then too, but they wasn't the norm.
Yes, indeed.
You was ostracized.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now, growing up, 2 years made a big difference, because your big brother or your cousin or your homie in the hood might have been 2 years older than you, but he was doing a lot of things different than what you was doing. You might have still been playing with them G.I. Joes and He-Man. He might have been chiefing some reefer, smoking bogeys.
Yo,
right?
Yeah. I almost passed out when you said that.
You know, but they didn't want to see us do bad. Not that you didn't have the same elements that you have now. Now it's like grown folk like me. I'm 47. Most high willing, next month I get to see 48.
No question.
Right? I never put nobody under my wing to do negativity. I want to see everybody shine because I know that it's enough room for us all, everybody.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? We've been conditioned to think that only you could be here, and only I could be here, but not at the same time. Everybody got to wait their turn.
100%.
No, you do got to wait your turn, but there's room enough for everybody to come play. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You got a lot of sore losers. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my ball, go home.
All day. There's a lot of them.
You know, they don't want to see you do your thing, man. You know? So like Brownsville was, you know, we had Pickens Avenue, we had Belmont Avenue. You know what I'm saying? These were thriving avenues. Every avenue in every hood, NYC, whether it was Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? You know, whether it was Fordham. We had these avenues that had the meat shops and the key foods and the people choices. And you also had the fresh produce dudes that were on the streets, everything like that. Then you had the Ave that might have had, you know, like that like main sneaker spot and have a 5 and dime Woolworth. Those things don't exist in America no more. You know what I'm saying? In the UK, they still got Woolworths.
Yeah.
We don't got those no more.
No question.
No question. Brownsville, we had Simon's, right? I remember when Simon's was standing room only though. Most cats, when they talk about Simon's, they know after after crack hit and they made that money from the cats coming. But I remember when you go there and you couldn't even really sit down and go try your joints on. You copped them and all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? You keep it pushing. Then we had Harry's, right? And then you go and picking with a spot called Universal.
Yes.
Right? Yes. This is where the sports thing come in. George Gervin, why I love Blazers to this day. The Iceman, San Antonio Spurs, from that poster with him sitting on the throne ice, two basketballs up. They had that on the ceiling. And every time I went in that sneaker store, I'm always looking up at the ceiling because that poster used to intrigue me.
Wow.
Right? Now, this as a kid, now you had the, the pushers and the number runners and everything like any other quote unquote ghetto
the number runners
in Brownsville. You had the Tomahawks, the Jolly Stompers, had the Unknown Riders. Like that's my era as a child.
He said the Jolly Stompers.
Yeah, man, get different.
Wow.
Brownsville always been Brownsville. But I can't sit here and say, woe was me, every day was this, then the third, because as a kid, a lot of that stuff, you really don't understand how eventful and how impactful that stuff really is in the bigger picture of everything, because you're a kid.
No question.
Right?
No question.
I used to eat 9 laters before I got knowledge itself.
Wow.
Chico sticks.
Wow.
Lemon heads. Right? Penny candy. Always been I don't like the word hustler, but I go to penny candy store. Yo, $1's 100 pennies. I get 100 pieces of candy. I might, keep me 10. The rest of this is getting sold.
Word to mouth.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Go to school first thing in the morning. You go to school, see your little homegirl there with the powder on the neck, get the sour pickle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sour blow pop.
Yeah, shout out to JOJ. He over there in the corner cracking up.
He's reminiscing.
Peace, brother. Peace, brother.
You know what I mean? He over there reminiscing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Brownsville created a lot of things, but then also coming from Brownsville, we were told to our faces, a lot of us, you ain't you ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like abnormal behavior was made to look like it was normal, like going to Spofford, which is a juvenile jail.
Heard up. We know a lot.
That's what some cats aspired to do. I never aspired to that because I had family that was bitten their whole lives, and they never came home and told me being bent up in these other people's situation is where you want to be. They actually told me the opposite. Yo, Tim, stick to that drum. That's going to be your ticket.
No question.
I had OGs that was doing dirt. I'm talking about dirt, real dirt, making real money.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, do you think I want to be out here? I didn't listen to my mama and my daddy. You know what I'm saying? That's what, like, they would kick game to me like that.
No doubt.
I can't say everybody got game like that way. I know I did. I can only speak for me.
No question.
Right? Things started to change once that crack hit. So I'm saying, it just changed the whole thing for all of us, that we still dealing with the ramifications of it now. So now when you talk about my name, Crash One, That's Shorty Shattered Dreams, right? And that's the Kick Along Kid. So the Kick Along Kid part come from me moving around a lot.
Wow.
Right? You know, on some cowboy, nomad stuff. Now remember, just like the martial art films came on Channel 5,
yes, indeed.
You had the cowboy films.
Yes, indeed.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You know, Clint Eastwood and all them. And, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got the lone dude on the horse and he just going from town to dusty town. And that's the Kick Along Kid thing come from. Then the Shorty Shattered Dreams is like, yo, listen, my projects is called Langston Hughes. That's the poet that wrote A Dream Deferred. See, I knew who these people's was. Marcus Garvey Village and things, because I asked questions as a kid.
Yes, indeed.
I wasn't just oblivious just to everything now. Granted, I wasn't a avant as a kid, you know, I was a kid, but I was very inquisitive. I wanted to know how come and why.
No question.
Langston Hughes, yo, who's that? Oh, I'm saying poet from Harlem Renaissance. And then also I had a library in my house. My grandmother didn't play that. So we had encyclopedias. You know what I'm saying? What's the other one that had the skeleton in it? Where you could pull the pages back with the acetate pages. You had the encyclopedia that came around every year, every 2 years. Then you had the other one.
Etch-a-Sketch.
No, not an Etch-a-Sketch. It was like the encyclopedia.
Oh, that was like the encyclopedia.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it had like these acetate pages in the middle of the book that had the human body, and you could pull the page back, and then it'd go to the muscles, it'd go to the nerves, and then it'd go to the skeleton. I forgot what it's called, but we had all of that.
Is it Britonia or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because they show the body without the skin on it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And when you peel that page, it shows the next level.
Yes,
then the next level. I remember that.
Yes.
So I was never afraid to be who I am because I was encouraged in my house. I had very powerful support from my grandmother and my aunt.
No doubt.
Like friends of mine, still to this day, they talk about my peoples like how I talk about my people because that's how much of an impact that these women had on them. To where they grown men and they fathers, and you know they done walk their journey and done been through life and still going through life. But we, you know what I'm saying, that those of us, we remember when we got fed knowledge, got fed that food.
100%.
I've been blessed to eat off a lot of plates. You know what I'm saying, I've been asked to come. That's why I'm so thankful, like, you know what I'm saying, to y'all. You know what I'm saying, man, I just did it off the love of Munch.
No question.
Munch hit me up, man. Asked me something about thirst. I hit thirst up. Yo, you know what I'm saying, would you be willing to extend the third? Thirst had to do his 1-2. Yo, you know what I'm saying, let me see what you know. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah. I love when things like that happen.
And
then y'all hit me. I'm like, yo, what up?
Yes.
See, we could rock out.
No question. I appreciate it, King.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I
appreciate it, King.
Hey, Crash.
I appreciate it too. Word.
Yo, Crash, what's going on? It's the bearded one, man.
What's good, brother?
It's a couple questions for you. I got one. Take us back to that era of bombing. Because that's one thing that it seems to be a lost art. Not necessarily that, you know, we're not doing it to the degree, but you just don't see like that kind of artwork where you like, wow, you step back and go, wow, that was ill. Bring us back to that era of bombing. Because you hit on it a little bit when you said you went up to the roof and you would look through the binoculars, you could look at the train. I know that was a big deal when it came to bombing.
Yeah.
So my uncle, Cav One, aka Baby Pop. Pop used to run around with a brother named James Top, T.O.P. crew, Top Crew.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, I'm little. My uncle got me about 10 years. So I'm like maybe about 8, 9, and then 10, right? You know what I'm saying? It was 82. So my uncle was kind of getting out of, but when he was younger, I can't say that he went hard or not because I don't have any old school photographs to say how hard he went. I just remember the art that I saw.
Right.
And to me, he went hard.
Okay.
Right. So when you got those old school, because like most cats think of just like graffiti bombing, they just think about the Bronx, they think about Harlem cats.
Yes.
They understand that this was all city. You had Queens dudes, Brooklyn dudes, dudes from Staten Island, right? You got Philly, which is some of my roots too. Wow. You got a cat named Cornbread, who's like really considered the first tag, the first graffiti artist. Cornbread, old school cat. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your Philly peoples.
Yeah, 100%.
They'll tell you, right? So I think that there's a lot of factors that change the whole bombing thing. Gentrification is a part of that.
Wow.
I remember when the trains were bombed. I'm talking about from the inside to the outside.
Yes.
New York.
Right?
And movies from 1985 to 90 reflect that too. But go ahead.
You can look back and you can see a lot of the famous writers, TC5 crew. You know, look at K Slay. You watch the movie Wild Style.
Yes.
Star Wars.
Okay,
Star Wars is the greatest movie about graffiti.
Oh, so I got
then you got extra other after that. But like when you want to talk about like the Genesis, in Desi Dez, aka K Slay, he's throughout that movie. He like 16, 17 years old.
Wow.
That's a time capsule.
Wow.
You got Dondi in there, you know what I'm saying, who just
Star Wars.
We would have been celebrating his birthday, you know what I'm saying? God bless the day. That's a TC5 legend too from East New York. And like people may not know the face, but they know those pieces and things of that nature because they've seen them on a lot of background and people have them in the galleries now and stuff like that. But the whole bombing thing, I think that first of all, if you were a bomber back then, you had to have heart.
Yes.
A lot of people don't understand that a lot of the graph writers wasn't what you think. People think like if you read comic books, you know what I'm saying, you geek or you soft or you weak. And I'm like, no, like real talk, the hard rocks that will ask you, yo, what size are those? Most of those dudes were the graffiti writers.
Yo, that's a fact.
They said they asked you what size.
That's a fact.
What size are those?
Size. Word.
You better answer correctly.
Word.
These my size. What? Right? Okay, cool. So it's like I think with a lot of things in the culture, the heart is gone.
Yeah.
These kids that rap don't really want to MC. They want to rap. They don't want to MC.
They see the money. They don't see the work.
They don't see the work. Even these DJs, they don't want a DEEJAY. They want to twist the button.
Yeah.
Right? You don't even have like what's considered hip hop dancing anymore. You don't have to be break dancing. I mean, but the swerve and the wop and all that was still hip hop dancing. Scoob and Scrap.
Yes.
Chosen Few, you know what I'm saying? Sean and Kenny, you know, what the Soul Brothers out in California.
Yes.
Yo, that was all hip hop dancing. That was part of the culture.
Yes.
So the heart being gone, a lot of these elements are going to go by the wayside. So when you got bombing, you had to, when you driving and you look up at the highway, you like, how the hell
did they do that?
How did Trip 382 get all the way up there on the top of the mountain?
So
go ahead, because
I got one for you.
Yeah.
All right, now my day job, I used to be a train operator for New York City Transit. So I've seen it all.
Okay.
There is.
Can I get that key? Can I get that skeleton?
I'm saying that. I know what he's talking about. There are some tags that I've seen that I gotta say, how?
Yeah.
And there's one in particular that it crosses my mind. There's this point in transit called the 59th Street Tubes, right?
Yeah.
Now, in this tubes, train operators could reach 50, 55 miles an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one, Sane, Smith, Sane.
Sane is
Smith. And we know. Yes.
Wow.
Big. Smith. And you know what?
That's crazy.
He did it every 2 poles for the whole thing. And I'm wondering to myself, like, how did he do that without ever coming in contact with a train, man? So I've seen them.
That's crazy.
You got okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot of the Shoemasters.
Yes.
you gotta understand that they're coming from the background of a lot of these kids went to the specialized schools.
Yes.
Transit Tech.
Wow.
Graphic communications. That's why I went art and design, Bronx Science, Brooklyn Tech. A lot of people think that just because you living off the land, on the land, that you're a savage, but you're only going to adapt to your surroundings.
Yes.
Now, I don't know where saying Noah Smith went to school, but I do know that that generation, those dudes, they knew the insides and the outs. They knew all the little cubby ways to run through one station and come away a whole total another section away, blocks away. They coming up out the what y'all call them? The
manholes. They coming out
access points and everything like that. Right.
Yes.
Right. I went to school in Hell's Kitchen, so that's right there where Times Square was at.
Yeah.
After 9/11, of course, they sided all those things down and stuff like that. They closed a lot of stuff. But before then, a lot of these cats, they knew the subway system inside and out.
Yes.
You watch the movie The Warriors.
Yes.
A lot of those old school cats laugh at the whole script of it, because if you know anything about NYC, back when you had the double Ks and double Ls.
Yes,
sir.
They was running around in a circle. But the movie would have you like they all the way up, in the Bronx, and they making they way this, that, and the third. It's like, no, they actually was running around in a circle. They wasn't actually going back to Coney Island. They was running around in a circle. They did things in that movie that didn't make any sense when you're dealing with the transit system.
I tell you what,
I'm sorry, brother.
I tell you what, not to cut you off. There was a point in the only thing that made sense for them was getting back to Union Square, because they could definitely catch a train back to Brooklyn from Union Square. But you are 100% right.
Oh, 42nd Street. That's the main hub.
Why go all the way to Union Square?
That's the main hub in all of the whole transit system of NYC. Are you bugging?
Union Square. We all know Union Square. I guess they were trying to hit on the hip hop side of it. What you think of that?
Since that movie came out before like hip hop really was anything to anybody other than us,
right?
I think it was like one of the last remnants of like Rebel Without a Cause and those type of movies with like the gangs, like that type of I don't really think that movie really had anything to do with the hip hop element of it, even though that hip hop was there. But they were really like, this is gonna be over next week. We ain't even, we're not even, it ain't like now where everything, you know what I'm saying, you can't sell cheese without a wrapping slice of cheese.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got women hygiene product commercials where it has hip hop overtones. You're like, what? So, all right. I mean, I guess, but like Smith and Sane and that ilk, like those dudes really knew the subway system in and out. And then also too, a lot of graph writers went on to work for transit.
And I know.
I'm not gonna say those names because I don't want to, blow nobody up with this and the third. But a lot of legends. I mean, like the cast that was really hard body karate.
Yep.
You got to grow up and you got to take care of your kids and stuff like that.
I'll be totally honest with you. Like, at one point, like when I started listening to hip hop, the artistry side of it was dying down, and it was more like the rapping and so forth. I didn't really get back into the artistry side until I really started working for Trent, and I seen some things that I just couldn't understand, and I saved a lot of the different names and I looked them up and I searched them. At one point, at what point do you say that the artistry started to fade away from the hip hop way? Like at what point do you think they wasn't including artistry?
See, you can blame it on a lot of factors. I mean, like the main factor is us, because we did not hold on to what we create, and that's all the time. We are the greatest. I'm saying we create everything. but we don't nurture, we don't cultivate. We let everybody else come in and claim it. And that's what I said about documenting y'all's. We don't hold on to ours.
Yes.
You got different chambers to it, and then people try to say, oh, that you can't blame the West Coast. I don't blame our West Coast cousins and them, our brothers, because they was trying to get that. They were finding their own voice after emulating us for so long, because New York was so dominant when it came to hip hop. That's why you see like a lot of those classic groups that was, whether they was from the Midwest or they was from down south or they was from California, they seemed like they was real New Yorkish, you know, with the rope chain, Adidas suit, and you know, NWA first album was more of a Public Enemy album than it was a gangster album, even though the LA gangsters rode to it because it was that vibe. But once the powers that be got control and they understood, because see, did they study us? They know what makes us tick.
Everybody studies.
And they still doing it to us right now. I'm saying we currently going through it right now. I'm saying you just gotta know what you're looking at.
Facts.
So it's like, I want to say like 89, 90, that's when you start seeing like a little shift. And not saying that you don't got no spitters from the West, because you do.
Yes, you do.
You know what I'm saying? Real is everywhere, just like fake is everywhere.
Facts.
Right? And then when you swing it back over here to the East Coast or whatever, the whole player vibe. That was more about things, even though that hip hop always talked about things, that was not like the main nucleus of the hip hop, right? So when you hear cats that was talking about street stuff, there was a moral to the story though. At the end, the dude that was doing all the so-called wrong things, he really didn't ride off into the sunset.
Facts.
Damn.
Then you go, and then you got these cats talking about how much they shot up and all these drugs you sold and blah, 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 and stuff. And I'm like,
they got away from the artistry, man.
And then you got away from the artistry, but that's everything. Whether like, okay, like now, you walk down any New York City block and you see a lot of murals. Yeah. They're murals now. Right?
Yep.
Gentrification, New York. So you got these cats that went to these prestigious schools and stuff like that. I'm not knocking it. I went to our school too. Right? I had to learn to unlearn, right? And then to reprogram. Okay, cool. I'm not knocking that. But when we was doing it, we was vandals. That's why I take that moniker. I hold that up. You're right, I'm a vandal. I bombed.
No question.
Whether it was a marker or whatever. Right?
No
then,
question.
You know, with the music, New York radio, all these so-called the kings of New York, when it comes to New York radio, these dudes ain't even from New York.
And they controlling everything.
Word up. Peep the interviews. Go back and watch any one of like Tracy Morgan joints when he talking to, to these cats. Yeah. I'll exclude Sway.
Yes.
The Sway, granted that he's from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
He know.
That's a fact.
But these other dudes, Tracy, a real New York dude, be like, yo, man, such and such, I'm saying,
Yep.
Come on, son. I'm saying, no, Trace, they don't. They not from us.
No, they don't.
These dudes are either from down south or they from some place where they didn't even get off the porch until they was in late high school or they were grown adults.
Get off the porch.
Now you talking.
Right? So then you got these elements where you didn't cultivate, you didn't put the next little young gunner on. I remember Red Alert used to have this cat named Chili Q, the youngest in charge. He was supposed to be the youngest DJ on the radio, Chili Q.
Wow.
Rolly Moore put Pete Rock on the radio. Pete Rock was still in high school.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They're not doing that anymore.
Can you say these so-called Kings New York DJs put anybody on?
Nah. And that's the problem that we have, and that's the void that we trying to fill with this station.
Thank you.
Word to mother.
And I thank you. And doing my research, I went to go listen to a couple of y'all podcasts, everything like that. So I listened to the one with OC.
Yes, sir.
Real talk at the end when he was talking about his cuz with reptilians.
Yes,
that's real deal. Like I can attest to some things about that.
Yeah,
real
boy. Right? Yeah,
I listen to my Brownsville brother Christ.
Yes, sir.
In his Christ, you know what I'm saying? Salute, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know, Thirst. And the brother, dad, it's the other artist dude that paint. Is it David?
Hollis Michael.
It's a brother that y'all had up there that he paints live.
Oh, that's Demont Pender. Yes, Demont.
Yo, listen, I'm always amazed by artists that get busy.
Yes.
I'm not one of them. Listen, don't nobody do what I do. I'm not in competition with nobody but myself. I look in the mirror and be like, I'm gonna get you, dude.
No doubt.
Word up, Paul. Watch your back, Paul. I'm in competition with me. I look at other artists and I look for inspiration.
Yo.
Those cats that do that style, I be like, yo, like, for you to mentally train yourself to speed paint.
Yeah.
Where the song is like, what, about 2-3 minutes or whatever case it may be?
Facts.
And you're doing a full image, detailing all.
Straight in front of you.
Live in concert.
I take my hat off.
Word.
Excuse me. I seen a cat do that at a show they had at the Bowery one night. And the dude just getting busy. I don't know how many he completed by the time I left. I couldn't even stay because, you know, I had to break out and go to the gig I was at the time. But I was there for probably about like 45 minutes. He already had about a good 6-7 completed paintings.
Wow.
Me, you know, I'm not as fast as I used to be because I should draw every day. I should, you know, create every day. Me, I paint a jacket in probably about like a week. But that's me taking my time, you know what I'm saying? But that dude right there, I was like, yo, son, really get busy. And then like to hear him tell his story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so this is what you do.
Yes. Yes.
These type of people, such as yourselves, these are ones that we need to push the needle forward. So like, it's the question that you asked, when was it lost? You got a lot, you know what I'm saying? You got a couple of pinpoints you could look to when it started losing that flavor, as we say.
No question.
Look at New York, looking like all these, like, yo, I don't hate on positivity and growth, but why did it have to get positive and grow when, you know, like when other people come in? Because it's not like there wasn't people in these same communities when we was there that wanted to do something better, but for whatever reason was not allowed because they couldn't get the grants or they couldn't get the loans or this, that, and the third. Now you got all this other stuff. You got fusion, Korean, Jamaican food, and there's some restaurants around the way. I can't front. I would never eat there because one, I don't see nobody that look like me that's sitting there.
No question.
Eating. And that's not to knock nobody. But if I want mama cooking, I want mama cooking.
No question.
I want auntie in them.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. Oh yeah, I want fusion, and you know, I done learn how this new way how to boil corn, and I don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, so the flavor got, I mean, but it still be dingling like a carrot sometime there because that you see, like, okay, I get a perfect example. I love Griselda. I like them boys.
Man,
my brother Sean Price, the one who put me on
and
to the West Side, you know what I'm saying, before he passed.
Rest in peace to Sean.
That's how, thank you, brother. You know what I'm saying? All day, Sean lives on all day, hashtag.
And I meant to ask you this.
But I don't want to see 1,001 Griseldas though.
No, for not. Yeah, you need, it's only one. It's only one.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see, like, I know what they say, I know what they do. Yo, you know what I'm saying? That's that, you know, street corner vernacular. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And I like how they talk,
Yes, indeed.
But I don't want to see it just like back, you know, let's say like the late 80s. Public Enemy was not Brand Nubian. Brand Nubian was not Poor Righteous Teachers.
That's a fact.
And so forth and so forth. So you have room for everybody. That's right. G-Rap was rapping about Rikers Island, but if people really listen to that song, it's a cautionary tale.
That's a fact.
Ice-T rapped about, you know, part-time hustling, small-time hustling, I'm saying, I'm your pusher, but they were cautionary tales.
Yeah.
You got these dudes now that's like, they like the super novas of you know, the druggiest of the druggist kingpins and, you know, these chicks' wombs that hold like
all this
crates full of drugs across these county lines and stuff, and it's like
all the super thug stuff, man.
Everybody done did these bids, and you know they good with doing a bid. I'm like, well, I grew up with them OGs who's like, you don't want to do no bid.
Facts.
You know, so I think that a lot of the souls started seeping out very different ways. It's not like one thing that did it, but the one thing is that other people capitalized on it.
Yes. So Crash, you had mentioned something a little earlier about, you know, all the murals that you see, and sometimes it gets you inspired to want to do stuff or do stuff better. There's a lot of Sean, you just mentioned Sean P, man, your brother that put you in, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's a lot of murals out there in Brooklyn. Did you have your hands on any of those?
No.
None?
No.
Wow.
The only one that I personally know, no, actually that is two. That is one in Brownsville that I know the artist, and then the one that's over in Bed-Stuy, you know what I'm saying, over in Park.
Yep.
I did a lot of art, Sean P art.
Yes.
I didn't do any burners.
Okay.
P was everything that you saw, but he was so much more.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Very supportive of all my endeavors. Verbatim, this is P. Nigga, get a check, nigga. I mean, these motherfuckers up here get a check, nigga, you better get a check, son. Verbatim.
Yes, sir.
Right? P, yo. And see, P wouldn't say, yo, I need this from you. You know what P would do? He would show you the other cats' artwork. Yo, Slum, what you think about this? And since I'm not a hater, I'm like, and like, it was times that he would do that, and I was not able to give him what I know my son need. Not what he want, what he need. Like, nigga, this what you need.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, son, like, I can't front, dude, rock with that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how that worked. P wouldn't ask you. He would say, yo, son, I'm saying it would be very rare. He go, yo, you know what I need? I'm talking about, and that was like very, very, I'm talking about almost non-existent.
Nah, that's dope.
Right? But when he did the Mike Tyson joint.
I was gonna ask you if you did that.
No.
Wow.
That's the cat that did, okay. The Monkey Bars, Mike Tyson, and Imperious Rex. That's all the same artists.
Okay.
That dude used to work for Echo.
Okay. So you did a lot of the early Helter Skelter stuff.
Okay, now with the Boot Camp Dog Tag logo and the Helter Skelter logo, that's all me.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Now, if you get the Imperious album, there was a book that they came out with that had like a lot of fam art. I don't say fan art, I go fam art. Yes. Because there's some fam art in the book. Me, Shabam, Shadiq, we fans, but you know, we family, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's the artwork that I've submitted, they didn't go with, but they put it in the book. And I'm thankful for Bernadette, my sis, who's been holding it down. Like, listen, superwoman right there. Put the S on the chest and the back.
Word the mother.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because she keeping that Price legacy most definitely, as you know, the kids say, relevant or whatever the case may be.
It's a fact.
Right? But the Helter joint, I did some characters first, and on the Ruck character, he had on a sweatshirt that had the HS on it. That's how the HS cookie logo got to be, because I took the HS off because they really wasn't feeling the characters, that they like characters, but at the time they didn't want to be pigeonholed to like that image of characters. Because people change. Yeah. You know, and then like people used to like try to like back then try to lump them in the group of, oh, the rap duo with dreads. Yeah. House Effects, Cellar Dwellers, you know what I'm saying, Family 2 and stuff like that. And like, you know, so excuse me, rightfully so, they didn't want to be pigeonholed to none of that, you know what I'm saying? They just wanted to get busy. So if you go on my Crashworks page on Instagram, you can see those images.
Yes.
I'm the first cat to use the blank out eyes on any hip hop logo characters. Wow. This is 94. I'm way ahead of the curve.
Wow.
You see it now, and it symbolizes something different now as opposed to when I did it. I did it when they rhymed, they literally blacked out. I'm talking about from apartments, like not just him and Rock, but Buck still.
Shout out to Rock.
Check, like, if y'all had seen them before the world seen them,
yeah, I'm
gonna liken them to Julius Erving, Dr. J, ABA career.
Wow.
Because a lot of those games wasn't televised because of the markets they was in. So people heard it on the radio, but they didn't see it.
Yeah.
They didn't see Doc until Doc got to the Nets and then the Philly.
Facts.
But his ABA, Rucker,
yeah.
I got those old timer, cousins and stuff like that who, they was dead.
Wow.
They seen Lou Alcindor play in high school.
Yeah.
They tell them stories about how great he was. That's how they was with the rhyming tip. Listen, I'll give you a P story, right? P used to have this tape. It was like either 90-minute or 120. I'm not sure what, right? Yeah. The whole tape, forward and back from beginning to end, had the instrumental to After the Laugh, the Wu-Tang Clan, right?
Mm-hmm. So
anywhere he dropped that tape at, doom, 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 he gonna be on point. I watched P go around with whoever had a box or whoever had a set out. Where you rhyme? Drop that tape in. Son start getting busy different. Nice. The Sean Price y'all see?
Yeah.
That's the chisel, that's the refine.
Yeah.
But that ruckus,
yeah.
I watched him make a dude pack his set up and take it in the house.
Wow.
He could handle the pressure. I seen two people 2 times do that. Craig G back in the high school.
Yeah.
Made a dude want to commit bodily harm to him.
Wow.
But he had no wins, really.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? But because Craig was destroying dudes. This dude got in his feelings. That's when you were MC and you take a dude heart. That goes back to what I was saying about the heart not there, that these cats just want to just rap and they real sensitive. And then plus they dope fiends. You know what I'm saying? So, they all messed up. You know what I'm saying? They got a big chemical imbalance.
100%.
Right? I seen these dudes, my camp, go from the park benches to the rec centers to the talent shows to the world.
No question.
Y'all hear Steel? I know Steel Punch.
Mm-hmm.
That's my brother, Steel Punch. Y'all know General Steel.
Yes. Shout out to Steel.
Yeah. Like, yo, Rock, let me tell you. I knew Rock by reputation. P like, yo, my son come home. Tell him. My son come home, my son. When son came home, and the first time I seen them rhyme together, the first time I heard it, I automatically understood, like, it was a well thought out plan. That wasn't just my man rhyme, I rhyme, well, let's rhyme together. No, that was a thought out. That Dirt, the Incredible Rap Team.
Yes.
See how Superman and Batman work so well, then they throw Wonder Woman in, and then they get the Green Lantern, and they get Aquaman, and then they get a team to where that they become a crew. That's a well thought out plan. That's Helter Skelter all day, man. Everything is, man. Forever and always, man. That name means war. And I seen them take cats to war on the rhyme tip.
That's actually off the hook, because I remember when I was younger, that was my group. But my question is, so what is Crash One into now? What are you into now? Like, what's the killer? Where we gonna find you?
You can find me right now. I'm using one platform, and that's Instagram. I don't do Twitter. I don't do Facebook. I don't do nothing. Like, what I'm saying? If you want to see any of the artwork, you want to get up with me, I'm down for collaborations, but they got to make sense.
Yes, indeed.
on a lot of different levels. It just can't just be that we did something together. You know what I'm saying? Because it got to benefit both of us, not just the other party or just me. It got to benefit both of us. But then also at the same time, since I'm putting my name on it, I wanted to reverberate out to the universe. So I got my brand is Aunt Kim in this Crash
please
Works.
talk about that. Please talk about that.
Aunt Kim, my Aunt Kim, just in a nutshell, she was that fly aunt that everybody got. Everybody got a fly auntie, a fly cousin who may be old enough to be your aunt, or a fly uncle. Everybody got this person in a family who just exuberates flyness. It's just not about clothes or anything like that. Even though that she was top tier on that, it was her spirit. It was her soul. My aunt was a straight shooter, very supportive. When I did great, she saluted me, encouraged me, but when I did wrong, she was equally in my back like, boy, listen, sit down, be quiet. And then she read me, you know what I'm saying, to where though, not that I took it as no disrespect, or yo, she always riffing it, and no. She got the right because she know me. She know me.
Right.
She don't know no Crash. She know Kev.
Wow.
Sit down and be quiet while I give you some life jewels. Right? Everybody got that Aunt Kim. So Aunt Kim influenced a lot of my flyness. She the one that cultivated, like, you know what I'm saying? It's the tag slogan is, I was born fresh, but Aunt Kim cultivated my style.
Nice.
And what I mean by that, every day I try to be a better human being, man. I'm saying that we all got our flaws. I'm saying we all, you know what I'm saying? None of us is 100%. But if you try to put your best foot forward, you try to correct your wrongs, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to be a better human being. That's all I try to bring forth with the Aunt Kim brand. Now, the Crash Works, that's what all the coon-tastic, niggerific stuff is coming at. You know what I'm saying? That's a Sean Price saying too. You know what I'm saying? But you can see a lot of forthcoming merch. I've always thought of merchandise and product placement anytime I did logo and designs.
Yes.
The boot camp dog tags.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've seen that imitated? I don't get mad. Not one time. I done seen several big boys. You can Google it. You can see all type of gyms and stuff like that that use it.
Yep.
New era Yankee hats.
Yep.
All type. Yo, I never not once go, yo, they bite us in the third. No, I did something that somebody else felt the need that they wanted to either jack or they, you know, incorporate it.
That's a fact.
I'm not mad at that. Everybody's influenced by somebody.
100%.
Y'all had to see somebody before y'all for you to even contemplate on doing what you do. Granted, y'all doing what y'all do.
Facts.
But the platform, once again, rest in peace, big homie, Reggie Osei, Combat Jack.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That was people.
That was my biggest influence coming into this.
Wow.
Combat Jack. Word to
Combat Jack. You
and
know
rest
what I'm
in
saying?
peace to Combat Jack.
I met him through my big bro, Dallas Penn. So I seen that whole mothership connection, not at the very jump beginning, but somewhere in the middle before it took off to where, you know, it went to those other planets and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It was at PNC radio, you know what I'm saying? Like back then, like a sweatbox and everything like that.
Facts.
So it's like, you know, everybody's influence.
Facts.
I didn't get mad when I seen catch Jack the dog tags. And then the real thing, I did it off the strength of love for my brothers. And then in turn, my brothers have never not given me my credit. Buck could tell you, yo, that's son who did the dog tag logo. Like Buck could tell you.
Shout out to Buck.
Check and Steele will tell you. You know what I'm saying? Logic could tell you. You know what I'm saying? Shucky, all of them.
Shucky Ducky.
All of them will tell you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? He did the Helter Skelter logo.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's love. You know what I'm saying? Because I did it off the strength of love. It just me just being around, being, you know, in the crib, in the back rooms at this one mother house or that one mother house, or being in the D&D studio. That's how I create. I'll sit back and just watch you and just soak up. And then I get in my zone, and then I just let the Most High just bring all that out of me and everything like that.
Yeah.
So with the Aunt Kim, I'm trying to correction. recapturing that, and I'm pushing that out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you get your little sort of setbacks, this, that, and the third. You know, okay, well, you know, you don't cry over it. You know, you buckle down and okay, well, I can't go that way because they're doing construction. So I gotta go around the block. But I'm gonna get to where I need to get to. I just mean I can't, you know, take that straight path.
Understood.
So that's why I started using like the Instagram joint. Right? You know what I'm saying? You know, I got the page, that's the regular page that I throw some of everything up or whatever case may be, whatever. That's hold up. Let me do a business page. I'm saying, let me do a virtual portfolio. Basically, that's what the Crash Works is.
No doubt.
Right? And that's KRASHWERKZ on Instagram, everybody.
No question.
You know what I'm saying?
No question.
So it's like you can see a lot of my past things. It's like a time capsule from 1987 all the way up to present.
Nice.
Click on the pictures. You can see a description, whether it's custom low I did, custom kicks I did, logos I did, or whatever the case may be. You can get the information. You can DM me, you know, and I'll get back to you, you know, or whatever the case may be, or whatever. But like everything has to make sense about what I'm doing going forward, because we not 20 no more, we not 19 no more, where you could just run through. It's a different time we're living in right now.
No question.
You got to play chess, not checkers.
100%.
You know,
100%.
This ain't Connect Four. Pretty sneaky, sis, right? Nah, son. You gotta do the what's chess? What chess is what 20 what moves in the chess match? It's like 20 something moves I know that you could just checkmate and you know game boom game over.
Yes.
I'm saying it's 20 something. You know what I'm saying all the chess masters out there. You know what I'm saying you hit. You know what I'm saying on their YouTube page. You're like, yo, Crash was talking about this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying.
No
Subscribe
doubt.
too, people.
No doubt. Yo, Crash, man. Yo, we got to get you on again, man, because I got a couple guys out there that do all of that too, man. And I would love to get y'all all on the same cast together.
No problem, brother.
We definitely going to link and do something again. You know what I mean? You gave us a hell of an interview, and I peeped what's going on in the back on your screen, kid.
Oh, yeah, man. That's the greatest hip-hop movie ever. Wild Style, man. You know what I'm saying? I was watching it. I'm like, oh, Dad, well, you know what? I'm going to have to wind it back, everything, you know. I had to mute it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the greatest hip-hop movie, man.
Nah, you're an artist in your own right, bro. And that was perfect. Like that going on in the back while we
heavy influence.
No question.
Heavy influence, you know what I'm saying? Yo, brothers, I'm gonna, you know, end it the way that I started it. I appreciate the invite.
Yes, sir.
You know, humble, man, because cats don't really talk to the artists or to the logo designers like the C. Adams. Like Chuck D did the E Love Public Enemy logo with him standing in the crosshairs. Yes. A lot of people don't know that Chuck D did that.
Wow.
Chuck has a degree in graphic arts, in designing.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Right? They don't get to talk to us, you know what I'm saying, or the brother that did the Machiavelli album cover, or Snoop Cousin that did the Doggy Style album. You know what I'm saying? Cats don't talk to us.
No doubt.
So I thank y'all for even saying, yo, Crash, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But anytime that y'all want to rock out, let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a well of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a sports guy, but you know, I know my little, you know, I know my little bits.
Shout out to Thirst, because he said the same thing. He's like, yo, but I love boxing, and my cousin is Shannon Briggs. So
yeah, man. Brownsville, home of 3 heavyweight champions, only place in the world, man. Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, Shannon Briggs, bro.
Briggs, no question.
You know what I'm saying? That's the homie too. You know what I'm saying? Briggs. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Word up.
Let's go, champ. Who name is it Dez?
Dez, yeah.
One of my homeboys know him because he asked me, yo, I'm saying, you know Dez? I said, nah, that's a friend of a friend. But my homeboy Drew, who's also a workout dude, they know each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
He's our boxing guy.
Small world and everything like that. But you see how it connect, right?
Yes, indeed.
Munch, that's my family right there. You know what I'm saying? Munch Dog, Dizzo.
Dog, word up, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I met Price and Rock through Munch. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, man. Rock rocked on me and my partner right here, Beat. He ain't even know that. So when Rock come on the show, I'm going to bring that back up and let him know, like, yo, we was the ones that did that beat. It was him, Munch, Tech, El Amin, all of them guys, all them dudes on the one track together. And this is probably about how old was that track? Pop, like over 10 years ago?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, about
12, right?
Yeah. This was when
I know what you're talking about.
This was S1 days. Word. When Munch was at S1. So that's how far me and Munch go back. You know what I mean? But Crash, man.
Son hit me, like I said, it's the alley oop. But see, I like when things go according to plan, man. I'm saying that's the Most High putting those pieces together in the universe, man.
100%.
Again, man, I thank y'all. Very appreciative, man.
Yo, man, again, this is Crash One. Follow him on Instagram. You on Twitter too, bro?
Nah, I don't do Twitter. I don't do Facebook. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just got the Instagram again. That's Crash Works. That's KRASHWERKZ.
Yes.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Also, you can get at me at SutterAveBoys@gmail.com. That's SUTTERAVEBOYZ.
No question.
Sutter Ave Boys.
No question.
At gmail.com. So that's how people can, get in contact with me and everything like that.
No question.
And we can build.
Yeah, we definitely gonna build. We're gonna support your movement, man. Yes. But again, we
thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been listening to y'all, I've been digging, I've been going back, you know what I'm saying? Cause see, I gotta go backwards, but you always want to move forward, but for me to understand what y'all was doing, what y'all about, y'all got Ali Vegas up there. Yo, The Professional was my joint, and that's before the In Too Deep soundtrack. This is Stretch on Strong Days.
Yeah, exactly.
By Beto the Barber. And then real talk, Ali had wrote the rhymes for a comic book character in his book called The Boom Blockheads.
Yep.
I was buying and shit like, man, from the Mad Twins.
Yep.
I'm saying, so I know Ali, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Salute. You know what I'm saying? Spitter, another spitter.
Yes, sir.
And the boy still got that heart because I peeped them freestyles too. I was like, he just nonchalant with it too.
Yes, sir.
Just a matter of fact.
Yes, sir. That's my brother right there, man. We on every Friday from 8
every Friday?
Yeah, 8 to 10 every Friday on this radio station, man. I'll shoot you all the information, kid.
Please do.
Please chop it up. You know what I mean?
All right. Got you.
Right. Crash. Peace to the God, man. Thank you, man.
Yes. Peace. Hail, man. DFL. Hey, man. One love.
All right.
One.
Peace. So we're going to go to a short DJ J mini mix. And when we come back, we got our switch of the dish it, man. A little bit of hip hop news. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget the number to call in is 516-206-0711. Bars and Hoops Radio. Check in with us.